Putting the pieces together. Energy healing for couples.
Yeah, that was certainly what happened in the session. That was a really good one.
It was very,
really
very
good one, for sure. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Love and Marriage DC, Season 1, Episode number 6.
And today we're going to be focusing on that couples counseling therapy. It was an energy healing with Terry.
At the Himalayan salt cave or something like that?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah,
but before we get into that, please like, share, subscribe, and send us your comments.
Yeah, Terry introduced herself to the couples and kind of laid out what was going to happen to kind of make the couples seem at ease, because I think it was either Irania and Jamie
they said they were nervous.
Yeah, they said that they were nervous coming in because they didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
And I thought Terry, as the energy instructor that was taking these couples on a journey to really realize and really understand that the energy that they give out and how it impacts not only themselves but also their partners' lives and their families' lives. I thought she did a really good job of explaining that.
Yeah, they were introduced to this by Monique and Chris, and they recommended that the couples, they all do that together.
As a group.
Yeah. Because it was a new experience, they went into a room where there was only salt. She said she had to scan the room. I am not sure how she operates, but she was able to unpack a lot of issues that they had from maybe childhood or that manifests itself in different ways in their adult relationships.
Right.
And I thought it was very interesting how she pulled that out of them.
She absolutely did. And she actually started with Jamie.
Yes. She said that Jamie feels insecure. He could appear to be bullish and like a bully
and aggressive
and intimidating.
Right, exactly.
And she told him that rather than speaking and acting so aggressively, perhaps when he feels insecure, he should not say anything.
Yeah, he should just let the opportunity take itself or reveal itself where he can listen.
Yes.
And let it come to him.
Yes.
Yep.
Rather than react.
Exert that aggression, that aggressive posture or stance, and come off as intimidating to other people.
Right. And we see that from the past episodes that she told him he was pushing people away. And we see that relationship he has with his sons and even Brittany.
Yeah.
And Irena too with last week's episode.
Yeah, and I think she's kind of frustrated by that, but we'll get into that.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought what Terry said in the way of that particular tool advice to Jamie was on point.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah. And he even admitted in his confessional that yes, she was on point.
Yeah.
Because he was skeptical to begin with.
Yeah. So I think Terry was on point with it. Next there was Silver. Terry talked about Silver and the energy that he was giving off.
Yeah, Silver had memory of him when he was 9 years old and was told by his mother that she had cancer, and a year later his mother passed.
Yeah.
And his mom left him a letter. He should stand in the gap to take care of his other brothers.
Yeah.
When his father told the boys to go in to see their mother, the father told them to not cry, to man up.
And you're talking about kids.
Right. And he suppressed any kind of emotional awareness within himself. And all he was concerned about is taking care of people. That's why he admitted that he works so hard, because it's easier for him to do that.
He uses work as an escape.
Yes.
And it really has done maybe some damage to his marriage and his situation that he doesn't realize.
Right, because the therapist told him he doesn't live deep. Even his wife trying to pull stuff out of him.
Right.
And he does not go there with her.
Right.
And Ashley said that he comes home and he doesn't reveal himself. He's not entertaining her. She wants him to speak his truth and be more vulnerable and honest with her, which is what he does not do.
Yeah, it just seems like he's got a lot of childhood issues that have gone unaddressed and may not understand how it really impacts.
Yeah, but he admitted that he doesn't want to deal with stuff, so he hides behind the work.
Right.
And we see now the work is impacting his hand because he went to the doctor and he had some level of gout or arthritis in his hand that can affect him. The doctor told him to wear a brace, but he refused to do that.
Yeah.
So he has an understanding of his shortcomings, but he doesn't do anything to change it.
About him, right? So that's got to be something that he's got to focus on, so that it doesn't snowball, you know.
Right, because meanwhile he's leaving his family undone.
Right.
And he's just concentrating on the money stuff.
Yeah.
But they want more of him.
Yeah, they want more of him, just like you said. And Terry's trying to get him to understand what Ashley has been trying to tell him, right?
Right.
That, hey, look, we want more of you, not the money, and then we got that.
Right.
Okay.
But they got it, so
right.
you know.
So and Terry says, open up. That's your solution. Open. Be more open.
Be more open.
Right.
Particularly with his wife.
Exactly. Next was Chris's turn with Terry, as Terry reads the energy coming from Chris.
Terry told Chris that he needs to not live through Monique.
Yes.
But to have his own stuff going on.
Right.
2 weeks ago, when he and Monique had an upset, he said he felt desperate. And Terry told him that, he may love someone so much that he begins to focus, all his attention is on them. And we see the transference of power from Chris to Monique, and the way she talks to him and the way she moves with him.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't understand. There are going to be times when Monique is unhappy. During those times, it doesn't necessarily indicate that you've done something wrong.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that that you have to fix something as the head of the household.
Right.
Because that's how men kind of typically think when they see that response from their significant other, their spouse, what have you. So he needs to understand that, hey, look, you need your own lane. Your wife already has her own lane. It's okay for you to have your own lane. Develop that part of it.
Right.
That part of the relationship.
Right.
Okay. And have it be okay for not only you, okay, but also for your wife as well.
Right, because he's doing all the right things, but his focus is so much on her that he's forgetting himself.
Right, exactly.
And he needs to sort of like address the stuff that's happening with him more and not shut her out.
Right.
But just knows that he has to work on himself.
Right.
And she said to them that, it's a discussion that they both should have together.
Yep.
Because Monique is a part of that dynamic, has to develop.
Yep.
I know he's retired from football.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he does other things.
Yes.
But emotionally, he got to focus on.
Yeah, and to me, his heart is in the right place.
Absolutely.
I give a brother dap for that, a pound for that, because he just, it comes through in his actions and it's consistent. Lastly, Terry talks about Urania.
Urania got to deal with Jamie, who we already know comes across as being maybe aggressive or bullish,
intimidating a little bit.
Right. Urania is taking the brunt of that because they're upset with her coming to the event, and Jamie is screaming at her, and she leaves because she felt humiliated and embarrassed.
It was just something that I think that and a lot of other things that seemingly has led to this culmination of, just led her to a place where she just can't take it anymore.
Terry told her that she goes for perfection all the time.
Right.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, she feels like she has to be the superwoman for her man, her family. It's just something that can't be done.
And she's trained to do that because they've been married for so long.
Right.
And you never see her with her hair out of place.
Right, that's a hell of a burden to have to shoulder.
My God, she could snatch off that wig and just go around with her thing when they do it at home. Sort of practice that authentic personality.
Yeah, and then
And not put on the stuff because it's a weight on her.
yeah, and as Terry was revealing the energies that she was reading from her, she kind of broke down a little bit.
And instead of
Right,
consoling her,
right.
he was tapping her like, hey,
like maintain the
maintain the posture, maintain the image.
right? Got going on
Right.
here, right. And I'm like, nah, that's not what you do, bro. That's not what you do.
And Terry had to remind him
him.
that he is going back into that insecure position again,
And responding.
he's really trying to cover stuff up when he should really uncover what's going on between them.
And responding appropriately was one of Iran's issues about, and this was an example of that. What Jamie needs to work on,
Right, because she is really saying he's not a safe place for her to fall.
Yeah.
And she did admit that she had an emotional connection with someone else
Right.
outside of their relationship.
Right.
And she is looking for that tender spot in him, and she's not getting
Yeah,
it.
with
So
Jamie.
she went outside to get that.
Yeah. And it's
Not with a physical relationship, but an emotional relationship, which is even sometimes worse. Men gotta create a soft spot for their women and their children.
that there's a whole lot of incentive for him to kind of change that component.
Right, because
Whole lot.
again, Terry the therapist told him that he's pushing people
Away.
from him.
Yes.
And you can't have relationships
Yes.
with your wife or your children if you're actively pushing them away.
Anyway, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. With us again. Give us those comments. We'd love to have them. Thank you for rocking with us. We really appreciate it.